The GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition, just released on iOS and Android, but has anything improved in this version compared to the PC and console release? Let's find out. Right off the bat, we can see the colours and atmosphere have massively improved, especially in San Andreas. These new colours are enabled through a new option called Classic Lighting, which is only available on the mobile version as of now. If you don't remember, the definitive edition was panned for absolutely butchering the atmosphere of the original trilogy, and it's still this way on console and PC. San Andreas especially looked really bleak in comparison to how it looked on the PS2, an issue that the PC port of San Andreas also faced, until it was fixed by modders. On the mobile version, however, the colours are more like the original PS2 version, with the classic lighting option enabled. While the colours are improved, I'm still doubtful that they've fully restored the atmosphere of the original games, especially San Andreas. San Andreas originally had 16 different weather types, which changed the sky colour, world colour, draw distance, sun size, and so on. These weather types were locked to specific regions, so each region on the map had a certain style. In the PC and console release of the definitive edition, this was reduced to only 7 weather types, and they all look very similar unless it was raining or foggy. Considering the fact that classic lighting is optional, I'm not sure if they've fully restored all of the weather types to San Andreas. From my short testing, I've only seen the green hue weather and the blue hue weather type so far in Los Santos, early in the morning. Booting up the original San Andreas with the PS2 colour filter restored around the same in-game time, I immediately got a different weather type which I couldn't replicate in the mobile port. However, I was able to get similar weather seen in the mobile port as well, so it is accurate. We just don't know to what scale they've tried to restore the original weather variants yet. As well as that, in the distance here we can see a new fog effect as well. If we gain some height, you can see the fog is covering all of San Andreas now. In the original version of the definitive edition, there was no fog in any of the games at all, and this was especially bad for San Andreas, as it allowed you to view the entire map from anywhere. Mount Chiliad was visible from Grove Street, for example. Later on, they did add an option for ground haze in San Andreas, an awful effect which adds a weird 2D mist effect to the map, but only as the player gains height. This didn't solve the issue of being able to see Mount Chiliad from Grove Street. With the mobile release, we do now have fog which covers the map. Yes, you can still see Mount Chiliad from Grove Street, but it's barely visible now. The fog is tied to the classic lighting option, so if you disable that, the fog will also disappear. The mobile version also makes use of the ground haze effect that was added in the original definitive edition, but you can also disable it if you want. Classic lighting in GTA 3 and Vice City has similar effects, trying to improve the game's atmosphere with better colours and fog. The fake interiors seen throughout the definitive editions have been removed in the mobile versions. Now, this is possibly to save performance, but it was also very likely removed because it was implemented poorly. However, areas that previously had their textures removed in favour of a fake interior didn't seem to have their textures restored. So here in the original, the guitar shop had guitars on the window texture. In the original definitive edition, the guitar shop had a fake interior, and on the mobile version, the guitar shop just has a blank grey texture. So in some ways, it's a downgrade compared to both. I did notice windows that were given reflective properties in the definitive edition kept those properties even with the fake interiors removed. Overall, there is some nice improvements, but I still think this version is inferior to the originals and even inferior to the original mobile ports. As of now, these improvements aren't on consoles or PC, but there was Steam DB activity for the GTA Trilogy last month, so it's possible they're working on an update for the original definitive edition now. While I'd love to compare more, these games simply don't run well on my Pixel 6. I get a constant stutter every 4 to 5 seconds, and from what I can gather, some phones by default have higher quality settings than other phones, and I'd prefer not to get anything wrong. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. If you enjoy GTA videos, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you later.